wanted to take a moment here to take a look at the pawpaw seeds that I have had cold stratifying for the past few months. Now, really they only need a couple months at most for cold stratifying. You'll usually see that number around a couple months maybe. But I just haven't gotten around to it, and it's been pretty cold, so I've just been waiting for some nice weather to come out and actually get these into pots. So I have 3 bags here. I have one that says less seeds, wild fruit. So this specific bag contains seeds from a pawpaw that was a wild fruit but had less seeds. So presumably the seeds may have more characteristics of that kind of fruit when they actually produce fruit eventually. All of this is just to assume once we do get fruit from these seeds that they may have those characteristics, because pawpaw is not true to type. So a seed from a nice fruit won't necessarily produce nice fruit when that seed becomes a tree and starts producing fruit. But the only way to figure that out is by planting these seeds. So I have quite a collection here, and these were all gathered the last time that I went to the Ohio Pawpaw Festival. So like I said, this was a wild fruit, but it had less seeds, so that is desirable. I have here in the middle white fruit with a banana taste. Now, this was a very interesting fruit that was from the pawpaw judging competition at the festival. The judges all mentioned that the fruit had a very interesting taste, almost like banana, maybe coconut, they described it. So I got some seeds from that fruit, and they're in here. If it does in fact taste like banana, that would be very cool, but again, it's not true to type, so there's no guarantee. And then I also have this interesting variety here, which has big fruit with long seeds. And there's a specific type of pawpaw cultivar that is notable for having longer seeds. Off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly which one it is, but this is likely, or these are likely the seeds from that cultivar. So 3 bags, all with seeds from the same fruit in each bag. And then in this bag here, so these 3 are all going to be put into separate pots, and I'll write exactly what I wrote here on these pots. In this bag here, I have seeds of various pawpaws and various fruits. So these are just kind of a mix of all the other pawpaw seeds that I found to be not necessarily special or important of any kind, but I decided to cold stratify them as well. So these ones I'm planning on just sort of wild planting around and seeing what will happen. I'm not too focused on these. I just have so many, I thought I might as well just pick the ones that seemed the most appealing. So these are those 3. And then of course the one that I had in the last video I did, which was more fruit, I believe, and then less seeds or something like that. So that's what I'm working on here. Basically, these 3 going in these pots, and then these ones are going to be wild planted around the garden and just see what happens by putting them in the ground, and if they come up, they come up. So that's what we're working with here.